Warning. Broken simulation. Broken simulation. With Sam Tripoli.
Welcome to Broken Simulation with Johnny Woodard. We're in it.
Hey, buddy. How's it going, man?
Going good, Johnny. I'm still wishing people Happy New Year. That seems excessive.
It's too late.
What's today, the 8th or the 9th?
I did it today to the girl that works out, Danielle, her friend, and she just laughed in my face. She didn't say anything. She just laughed at me.
Happy New Year. Okay. Yeah,
she did.
It's over.
She
Wrap
laughed.
it up.
Like, she just laughed.
Wrap it up.
I think she thought I was joking.
Yeah.
That's LA for you.
Yeah. She goes, why don't you stare at my beehole a little more? What is that code for? Let me eat your butt. Is that too aggressive on YouTube?
Probably in the first 5 seconds.
Come on,
of the show. Yeah.
Beep that. Beep that.
First 5 seconds.
Beep that. Gosh. Yeah, dude. I mean, do we talk about like the holidays? I feel like
Yeah, it's been a while.
like
hasn't it?
it's so late into this.
Yeah.
Should I open up with an apology for tweeting so much?
Yeah.
Should I apologize to the listeners?
Sam has an address for everyone. Let me see. Do I have any?
Can you just play like bum 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 like the presidential like?
I was gonna do like some serious like.
Guys, I'd like to take a moment to tell you that I'm sorry I'm dropping so many truth bombs. I'm just 2024 has been nothing but magic, bro.
See, now you misrepresented to me what you were gonna apologize. This
Yeah,
is
I'm
not an apology.
apologizing for dropping so much truth. I literally had to take it off my phone. I don't have Twitter on my phone anymore because I can't stop dropping truth bombs on everything. Doesn't matter if it's big booty Latina aliens in Miami and just like Jew tunnels and just like I'm just going nuts, bro. I'm loving it. And I had to stop. I had to take it off because it's just like bad energy.
I wonder though. I wake up, and within an hour I check Twitter, and the first 30 things in my feed are just shit.
I'm out, bro. I'm done. I'm done. No more. I'm sorry to you.
I would say a good like 10% of which are just completely erroneous, false news stuff that you've retweeted too.
Johnny, do you have a 2024 New Year's resolution?
Yeah, I think so. I'm gonna do some fitness stuff, and yeah, some other things.
I'm feeling good, dude. I'm feeling good.
What do you got? What are you gonna do?
What am I? Johnny, I'm going to be honest with you right now. I'm not lying to you. I'm not, but I believe that I am. I'm going to, God has relieved me of my desire to watch people have sex on film, okay? The Lord has saved me. The Lord has saved me. The Lord has saved me, has rid me of my desire to watch chicks bang dudes.
Sorry, I was looking for the just the uproarious laughter.
Johnny, do not mock my struggles, okay? Don't mock my struggles, dude.
Do you really feel like
Dude,
you've been...
Johnny, I've applied. What I've done is I've applied my game plan for not doing drugs and alcohol to not watching people have hot sex on video, okay?
What's that game plan?
I just asked the Lord to give me 24 hours and no pounding my pud to women making love, okay? That's what my goal is now. Just please, Lord, please, God, please help me not watch pornography for the next 24 hours. Maybe tomorrow I'll watch dogfart.com, but not today, Lord. Please.
Classic.
It's so sad that people would know exactly what I'm talking about when I say dogfart.com.
Oh, it's
It's everywhere.
They used to advertise. They advertise. Like, I remember seeing their ads, bro.
My New Year's resolution, someone's like, you should try celibacy for like a year. I'm like, oh, that's just too much.
Dude, that's stupid.
It's too much.
That's stupid.
But Johnny, in my time of not pounding my pud viciously, okay, I have felt like I have grown. Like I feel I'm growing in jiu-jitsu. I just feel like little things. I'm getting better.
Really?
Yeah, I do. I feel now. Make no doubts about it. I am by far the worst in advanced class. It is not even close.
Okay.
I am
like literally the worst.
I'm last place.
Okay. That's too bad, dude. I'm sorry. Did you think they jumped you up too fast, or are you just the last one in?
No, I'm just like I'm the oldest one by probably. I mean, I think that one guy my age just showed up. He's a blue belt though, but like nobody's even close to my age.
Do they not have like adult, like senior classes or something?
No, what am I going to Denny's getting a discount?
No, but seriously,
What am I showing my AARP card?
Do they have senior class?
No, they have adult class.
It's like 50 plus is typically
no,
like
there's
senior in
no,
sports.
no,
Okay.
no, and I don't know if I'd want to do that.
I wouldn't either. Yeah.
I mean, but I'm in it. I feel like I'm getting better.
You pop your first boner in jiu-jitsu though. That's when this
No,
no
dude,
porn
no,
thing goes out
no,
the window.
no.
You pop a boner in
No,
jiu-jitsu.
I
You're like,
wouldn't.
all right, I
Dude.
might have to watch the
Dude,
porn.
you have to really be in the pain to get hard
I'm telling you, dude.
during jujitsu.
You do a half a year of celibacy, you might be rethinking your.
But I do like pain though, dude. I'm surprised at how much I enjoy it. Like just
Pain?
leaving there sore, of just getting just fighting for my life, not to tap.
That's what those people who really like exercising say, and I always just leave. If I do like a hard workout, I want to throw up for an hour, and I've always have.
Yeah, but you just because you haven't trained your body.
No, dude. When I was like fit, bro. When I was fit.
Did that day ever really exist?
No, I did sports in high school. I mean, they trained
Yeah,
us
but
hard.
that's totally different, Johnny. To be youthful.
Yeah. But
And
they knew baseball practice was over when Johnny threw up. That was it. Like, Coach, Johnny just threw up. And they were like, all right, we'll stop running now.
You're like the human cigar. When Johnny throws up, we all move on.
That would seriously though. That used to be. Well, I just think of some reaction I have to like intense cardio. So now my cardio is walking and hard. You know, I walk hard.
Yeah, it's like crazy, dude. It's like nuts. I love it though, bro. I love it. I love it. I love it. I love doing it. And yeah, man, you know, it's like once you kind of kill your ego, it's fun to do. And everyone says, dude, this is the process. You're not supposed to be good for a while. Like I officially started jiu-jitsu again February 14th of 2023, right? But I really didn't get into like beginner's class until this May that passed. So I've only been doing it 8 months.
Yeah.
I think I'm doing okay for being old and fat.
Was it starting from zero? I know you've done it before, but were you really, in hindsight, starting from zero
Yeah,
again?
100%.
Because you had done a little bit before, right?
A little bit, but not for long.
Okay.
I would get so defeated I'd quit. But I love it.
I'm proud of you.
I love it. And you just got to relax, bro. That's the biggest thing. Just relax.
Just let it happen. Huh?
Johnny, just relax.
Just let it happen to you. Just let him take your back.
Yeah, dude. No, dude. I never let him take my back.
Bend you
bro.
over.
No, never. 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 That's what I do. I just seal all the entrances and I clench my butthole. That's how I do it. Ain't getting in.
Turtle up, huh?
Johnny, can I get into some interesting stories?
I would love that.
I gotta see how many of these are still interesting.
What does that mean?
Well, you know, it's like, dude.
You mean they're old now?
Yeah, they're a while ago.
Yeah, it's been a while. Yeah.
You know?
Happy New Year, everybody.
Happy New Year, everybody. Everyone's like, drop another one. It's like, we're working on it.
Yeah.
We
just want to take a week off. I didn't even get a full week off. I thought we were taking two, because we said, okay, we're taking 2 weeks off, is what you kept saying from the
how
show.
long do we take
Tinfoil, and I thought you meant like when SNL takes 2 weeks off. That means they take 2 Saturdays off. But
What
we
we
actually
take off?
we took 1 Wednesday off, and that was it, which means I didn't get any weeks off because I still have to edit that week.
Okay, dude. I'm down with taking the whole month of January
the
off.
whole month.
Let's just take the whole month of January
I thought
off.
we were taking 2 weeks off, and we ended up only taking 1 week off, and it confused my schedule.
I'm sorry, Johnny.
No, it's
you
okay.
do have a hard job.
It's not hard. No,
it's not
No,
easy,
no.
dude.
I go home and see what my parents do, and it's not hard. Believe me.
Oh my
I mean, their bodies are falling apart.
So,
now.
Johnny, I mean, like, I know this isn't a sports podcast.
It's not.
I'm going to be honest with you.
You don't have to be honest to say that. It's not a sports
Okay.
podcast.
Can I just get into 2 sports conspiracies real quick?
You got a good look today, by the way. I want to compliment your look. You look like Negan from Walking Dead.
What does that even mean,
like,
bro?
you
I'll
just got
take it, though.
You
I'll
got like a
take it.
badass kind of biker look to you right now.
I do?
Yeah, let me show you Negan Walking Dead. Just looking like.
Does this guy fuck?
Oh, does he fuck?
Okay,
he
I'm
bashes
in,
people in the head with a
bro. I'm
baseball
in.
bat, dude. Look
I'm
at
in,
him.
bro.
You see him up here?
Oh, yeah, dude.
Yeah,
I'll take
that's
that.
what you got. Just kind of like
Thank
a
you, dude.
swaggering
A
badass.
little gray in there.
That's what I'm saying, bro. Yeah.
A little gray. I'm liking
It's
it.
a good look for you, man.
Thank you, bro. Is that the guy with the? No, that's not.
It is him with the baseball bat.
Yeah, I'm in, dog. Is that character still alive?
I am about halfway through the last season, and he is still alive. He's had like a turn, though. He's a more positive character.
He's
now,
like,
actually.
I'm full of love now.
They redeemed the guy who broke everybody's heads with baseball bats, believe it or not.
Dude, what season is it?
11. It's
season
over with.
11.
It's not on the air anymore, but we just finally decided to go back and watch it.
I had to check out.
Yeah, we did too. And then we finally...
I checked out season 3.
Really?
Yeah. I was like, this is the same story. At some point, it just became like, I felt like The Walking Dead, they killed off everybody you cared about. And it was just like going to watch Guns N' Roses when it was just Axl Rose. Yeah. You're like, I know the lead guy. Who the fuck are these guys?
Yeah, where are the guns? You know?
Yeah, what's going on? Yeah. There's no guns. It's just roses at this point.
Just rose.
I'm over it, dude. I'm over it. It's just it's weird. Anyways, Johnny, so what do I want to talk about? Oh, so I'll get asked to do like recovery meetings, Johnny. Like people ask me to speak. Mm-hmm. That's where I share my experience, strength, and hope with people. Okay. Right? Where I tell them. So when you give a share in AA, they want you to how it was, what happened, how's it now? Okay, so I mean, how was your drug abuse, your alcoholism, whatever your addiction was? How bad did it get? And this is where people usually like tee off and brag about and sometimes exaggerate how bad it got. But this is where they get all the good stories out. And the problem is when somebody's new, they do too much of like how like the show they earn their seat. They'll do too much partying stories, and then like 3 minutes of recovery.
That's funny. So
the story, you got to do like, okay, how it was, and I do the classics. Okay, I do getting robbed by the same hooker twice in one day, bombing in front of Vince Vaughn and the cast of Wedding Singers. Okay.
Wedding Crashers?
Yeah, the Wedding Crashers.
Oh, wow.
I never told you that story.
No, I don't
Johnny,
know about that.
I never told you the story about me bombing in front of the cast of the Wedding
because I really liked that movie when I was a kid, so I would, when I was in high school.
It was the last time I ever talked to Vince Vaughn.
Oh, tell me. Do you okay to tell me that right now? Because I'd love to hear it.
Why? Yeah, I'll tell you the story.
Yeah, please.
So 9/11 happens, right? So 9/11, like the world is patriotic right now. Oh no! And I was part of this group called the Arabian Nights that became. I got kicked out, and they replaced me with Dean Obadabi or whatever his name is, and they became the Axis of Evil.
How were you in the Arabian Nights?
Dude, have I told you?
You told me that story about how you just were like, I'm Arabian.
Maz and Duncan Trussell were like, you're Armenian. That's close enough. It's literally not.
You're swarthy.
It couldn't be more opposite.
That's great.
But they're like, yeah, you're into it, dude. Oh, by the way, I'm reading about the Khazarians right now. And they were in the Caucasus Mountains as well. And they were a big part of like the whole Caucasus Mountains not becoming Muslim. And so it's very interesting. So I get in there and what was the okay. So
Vince Vaughn thing.
So I was good friends with him, and I'm still good friends with him. Like everyone just kind of goes off on their own. But Ahmed, who I love, Aaron Cater. Aaron Cater and I and Ahmed all got picked up on the same day at the world famous Comedy Store. And Brett Ernst did as well. So the four of us got got into the Comedy Store, and we were very blessed because we were getting spots every night. Yeah. I F myself so badly, I got sent to the back of the line. And that's where I lived, and that's where to this day I am.
The drug thing?
No, I was just, I like, dude, it's just like what's going on with comedy right now in LA,
Comedy policing thing.
Well, it's just like, I've said before, like, we're really in this time of like demographic mascots. Like everyone's their own.
Oh, you mean now? I got you. Okay.
But this was like all of a sudden back then it was something I called boy band comedy, which later on became pop comedy, which is like this thing kind of where like they're starting to do this. Like they did it with Matt Rife and they did with Joe Coy on the Golden Globes, which is like kind of like, oh, they got canceled. They're getting they're dangerous. When in like they're not dangerous. And I love Matt Rife. Everyone knows my opinion on Joe Coy. He does comedy for the retarded. Okay, He does. And like, good for, happy for your success. But
his best joke was the one that everybody hated about Taylor Swift. I mean, that was the funniest thing he said all night. You just can't make fun of Taylor Swift.
like, here's my opinion on Joe Coy. That's a suicide mission. Like, there's very few people that could pull that off.
That's why Ricky Gervais is a miracle. Is because he can just go in there and slap them in the face, and they somehow put up with it.
Well, because he has power to them, and he also represents like possible work. Like they don't want to piss him off because he's always creating shit.
Yeah, who else is like that? I mean, you can't think of anybody. Like Apatow, maybe if he hosted, I don't know.
Very few, but he wouldn't pull. There's a couple people I think might be good at. Neil Brennan.
Yeah.
Whitney Cummings. They might be good at because they speak.
Whitney
they
would,
speak.
They got one foot in each camp, right?
Yeah, they speak that language. They know what to say to those people. They're fluent in industryese, right?
Totally. Yeah.
I
got you. Yeah. You kind of have to be in the tent halfway at least.
Well, you just have to understand what they will laugh at and what they won't laugh at.
Yeah, but Gervais, I mean, all of that stuff by any rights should not be stuff that they'll laugh at. I mean, him making fun of DiCaprio's penchant for underage girls, to his face. That's crazy. What Gervais did is crazy, dude.
Well, Gervais' special is great.
Yeah,
it's great.
He's not by no sense is he a traditional comedian. I know we're getting far afield here, but I mean the way he does it, not working out is, he just goes right on stage with his stuff. He doesn't. He had no background as a stand-up. He just did radio. And then after The Office came out, he was like, I'm going to take.
I'm sure he's watched enough stand-up to understand how to do it and how to cut it down and do that and tell stories, and then, dude, Ari Shaffir. I wish I could. I just saw Ari at in the main room.
He's in LA, right? Yeah. Okay.
Yeah, I went just to say hi. But bro, he took some funny shots at the end. Very funny guy. Anyway, so
yeah, we were trying to get to
9/11. The world is like gone crazy. Ahmed is best friends with Vince Vaughn. Vince Vaughn wants to put together something for the troops. So he goes to Dewey Beach, Delaware. Mm-hmm. So, bro, I'm not lying to you when I tell you this is the closest I've ever gotten to being a Beatle, was being on a bus with Vince Vaughn.
A metro bus? Like just
a tour bus.
Oh, I got you.
And everyone knew Vince Vaughn was in town. The show was at this bar. I forget the name of the bar. Doors open. It's general admission. Doors open at noon. It was packed, sold out at noon. Show's not till 8.
Wow.
People are drinking all night. Dude, women would see the bus, knock on the door to come in, and they would leave their boyfriends on the side of the street. I was like, this is crazy. But if you're a chick from Dewey Beach, Delaware, this might be your greatest story ever.
Yeah, for sure.
You're like, hey, dude, I got in a bus and like everybody ran a train on me. It was the greatest day of my life.
Dude, Steve O came through my town one time, and like it's everybody's best story that lives in my town that didn't leave. It's like, yeah, dude, I met Steve O. So
yeah. You remember when? What's the redhead prince? Prince Andrew? Is that his name?
Shit, I don't know. No, Andrew's the pedo.
The bald
guy.
one, right?
No, Andrew's the pedo.
No, which one's the young one?
William is the bald one.
Yeah.
And then Prince Red. William, is it? No, Harry.
Prince Harry. Prince Harry was going to learn how to fly helicopters.
He did, right?
In Arizona, and the mayor of the city was like, there'll be no fornicating with our daughters here while you're here. I'm like, all your daughters are bedazzling their buttholes right now. They're bleaching and bedazzling them to present to the prince. Shut up, old man, with your fornication lines. What is this, Civil War?
Like winning
There'll
the
be
lottery.
no fornicating on this here premises.
Arizona's a weird state, man.
It's a purple
great,
state.
but it's weird.
Everybody's weird, dude.
Yeah.
The world is weird. Anyways, so I go out there, dude, and this is right after 9/11. The first guy goes out is Ahmed.
Yeah. Okay.
It goes sideways fast.
Yeah.
So they're like, hey, man. And then Brett Ernst go out. He does well. They start send Tripoli out. I go out, start doing really well, get heckled by this woman. She just won't shut up. And then I just start ripping out. Hey, why don't you go shut up and go fuck your cousins right now, right? Turns out she's with everybody at the bar. Oh, no. They turn on me like this. Oh, no. Shut up, nah. I bombed. Oh, no. Well, the problem was I had 5 Jaeger bombs before the show because I was so nervous. Oh. I went back and the next day I got sober. Well, here's the funniest thing. So I bomb, right? I bomb. I go upstairs. I don't get included in Vince Vaughn's tour, right?
Yeah,
he does the movie.
Tour. Yeah, I remember.
Yeah,
that.
I get kicked out. I forget who they put in. Oh, they put in Caparillo in my place, so I get kicked out, which is the story of Sam Tripoli, right? So I bomb. I go upstage. The redhead in the Wedding Crashers is the nicest human being you've ever met. She's trying to talk me off a ledge. Really? I'm drunk. I don't know what's going on. I don't care.
Isla Fisher, right? Is that her name? Yeah.
Nicest person ever be. Talking me off a ledge. It's okay. Who are these people? Nobody cares. It was great. I thought you were funny. And I'm like, dude, you are so hot. Then I look over and there is Owen Wilson and I can't stop staring at this nose.
Oh, yeah.
This nose is just multi-layered ski slope.
Yeah.
It was so big. And when you see how big his nose is, you respect the fact that he blew up in Hollywood. To blow up with that nose is so incredible. That's how talented he is.
To resist to fixing it at all times.
That was his hook. Yeah. Look at my big fat nose.
It's right in your face, dude.
He probably went to all the Jews who are in Hollywood going, hey, I got one too, right?
The only thing harder than that would be having crossed eyes, I think, and succeeding.
Unless you're a chick, and then everybody loves that.
Of course.
Right?
Especially Sam.
So I bombed in front of the entire cast.
Ugh, that's brutal.
Story of my life. Ugh. It's just a story of my life.
Okay, how did we get up to that? That's one of your stories at AA. You were called to talk at AA.
All right. So I get asked to do a meeting. It's actually a marijuana anonymous meeting.
I didn't even know there was such a thing.
Oh yeah, there's people who struggle because this weed is
it
not
MA, literally MA.
Yeah, marijuana anonymous. And because the weed is so like, dude, the weed. You talk to people who like want to quit weed, they have the same problems that like tweakers have. Like they're paranoid.
Really?
Like, dude, it's so strong. It's Frankenstein weed now. Now, again, I don't think you should be going to jail for drugs.
Of course not.
No. You know?
Of course not.
So, dude, and like what's very weird is like I go to what they call a stag meeting, which is all men.
I bet you do.
Right? It's all men. It's men's. Okay? It's men's. It's all men.
It's me and the boys.
It's just men's. And it's a great meeting. And I've been there it's the meeting I got sober on. Not the marijuana, but the one I go to.
But is that the sex thing? Is that why it's all men? Because it's like a distraction having women.
You know why? Because when it's mixed meetings, it's harder to be real honest.
Yeah, totally. Yeah. Because the inclination is to impress women no matter
what.
Well,
it's also that like what men struggle with, like let's say there's some like problems with women, problems with sex addiction. You can't talk about that in front of women.
Seems sexy.
And I'm sure there's women who go to women's only meetings that talk about that, they just can't get enough dick or whatever, and they don't want.
Oh, okay.
Do you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Things that only your gender wants to hear from you.
Right. Yeah. The male gaze, and all that shit too.
Yeah. So I get invited to do this mixed meeting of Marijuana Anonymous, and you can't go. What stays in the what happens in the meeting, what's said in the meeting stays in the meeting. That's the rule. You can't talk about that. So I'm not going to talk about what was said because it was just a great Marijuana Anonymous meeting, but it was a mixed meeting of men and women, and I enjoy the feminine energy. That's how I'll hit a live meeting once in a while just to get the feminine energy in the room. It's good to be around chicks, right?
You say live, like what's the alternative to that?
In-person meeting.
Oh, because you've been doing them a lot online.
Yeah,
Okay.
yeah. My meeting I go to every day is online.
Did that exist before COVID?
No.
Okay. Wow. That's a big change, though, right? Would you say for the better, possibly?
Yeah, I mean, most of your online meetings have gone away because people want to do in-person meetings. But for me, it's like I have this, and this is no matter what I do, Johnny. If something's working, don't change it up. There's in life, there's just so many people that like things are going great. They just decide that I'm gonna try this. Don't.
Tempting fate, right?
If something's working, stay with it. So Zoom meetings worked for me. I didn't have any excuses on like not to go. Like if I got to drive 30 minutes to a meeting, I can make up a reason not to go.
Yeah.
Zoom meetings, sometimes there's a lot of people. Sometimes there's a little bit of people. But like sometimes the meeting could be 15, 20 minutes. Got my meeting in, you know.
And it's in your pocket, wherever you are.
Yeah, it's great. It's great. I love it. And like it's so crazy like how close this group has gotten. But anyways.
That's cool, man.
So I'm doing this Marijuana Anonymous meeting. There's women in the meeting, which is great. And I'm like, I enjoy the energy. They asked me to share. I didn't know it was a marijuana meeting. I thought it was an AA meeting, which is a very funny thing, Johnny, because like there's this joke running around that like if you're like a crazy partier, right? In AA, you've got a story. In NA, you're just another motherfucker. Like you go to NA, bro, which is Narcotics Anonymous. Yeah. That's crazy, bro. You're like, you just want to go, how are you all still alive? So I'm doing this this Marijuana Anonymous meeting, and this is very important to the meeting. So in the meeting, right? In the meeting, there is a I'm sharing. And then I get done my share, everybody, you know, then they start picking on people to share. And they're usually like, hey, great share. Thank you so much. Well, as this woman's sharing, suddenly the fucking meeting gets Zoom bombed.
Zoom bombed?
Do you know what Zoom bombs are?
Yeah, it happened to us on Punch Drunk one time, yeah.
It got Zoom bombed with aggressive interracial pornography. Out of nowhere on the screen.
You are kidding. Oh, my God, dude.
Dude, out of nowhere, this man with the biggest black ding-dong I've ever seen in my life it's a video clip, and he's double-handing the bat.
Oh, my God.
He's choking on the bat.
Oh, no. Good thing it wasn't Sex Anonymous, right? Sex Addicts Anonymous.
But there's women in the meeting.
So funny.
We're like, hey, so
what are you doing, dude? What do you do?
I'm like, I'm like, what just happened, bro? This is the craziest meeting I've ever been to. I guess meetings get Zoom bombed all the time.
Yeah, dude, it's real.
Is that nuts?
Punch Drunk. It was just a bunch of like teenage Asians that just kept
dropping
in.
That's what
they do. Yeah, it's crazy, bro.
They just jump on.
Somebody must have shared it on social or something because that's what happened to us.
It's so nuts, dude.
That's crazy. That is crazy. Can we just pause for just 1 second? We're almost out of here, and just give me 1 second. It'll literally like 10 seconds. Hey guys, our sponsor today is something I'm really excited about. If you're ready to tell someone special in your life what they mean to you, but you can't quite find the words to properly capture those feelings, you should check out Songfinch. Songfinch is the ultimate gift to show how much you care. It's an original, studio-quality song inspired by your story that's completely unique, personal, and lasts forever. Songfinch walks you through a simple 4-step process to create an original song. All you have to do is tell them about who the song is for, provide some personal details, and then let them know the type of song you want. Then you can pick your favorite Songfinch artist, and there are so many great ones, or you can get matched to one, and they will pour their heart into writing, recording, and producing your original song in just 4 to 7 days. Special add-ons can commemorate the occasion even more, like a vinyl recording of the song or even art crafted from the lyrics. Or you can add your song to streaming services, making surprising your recipient even easier. Songfinch is the only original music platform that guarantees you'll love your song, or they'll work with you until you do. They stand behind their community of talented artists, and every original song they create, over 300,000 of them. This Valentine's Day, put your heart on the line with a studio quality song that's totally unique to your relationship. It only takes 4 to 7 days, but the song will last forever. Now, I have to say, I created a song for Sam, trolling him a little bit. And the guy who created it, this guy called Wazion Key, I think is his name. Is that right? I want to get it right. Yeah, Wazion Key is a genius. I'm going to play a little bit of it at the end of this ad. It's so sick. It's funny. I mean, he got incorporated all the little beats that I mentioned, even came up with some things of his own. I can't recommend the service highly enough. For a limited time, Songfinch is letting our listeners upload their song on Spotify for free. So you can listen to your new favorite song anywhere you go. Go to songfinch.com/brokensim and start your song. After you purchase, you'll be prompted to add Spotify streaming to your original song for free. That's a $50 value. This offer is only available for our listeners at our special URL. That's songfinch.com/brokensim. That's songfinch.com/brokensim. Don't wait. Get started now. Here's that song. Check it out.
You must be living in a broken simulation. The way you struggle with all of the guest pronunciations. The way you nearly got in a fight at the comedy store because of your opinions on Hillary Clinton. And you love Krav Maga. Must come in handy when you're fighting all the other broads over bras. And you're glued to your phone. Watch too much news on your phone. So you retweet articles even when they're wrong. Even when you're wrong. I appreciate you. I'm grateful for everything you've done.
Have you ever seen the video of the hot redhead that is breaking down the size of men's junk and how?
No.
Have you ever seen it? It's the funniest video, and it's the funniest thing you'll ever see. And it's this really hot blonde, this hot redhead. She's attractive.
I might have it here.
And she's trying to break down about what men think women want. And she uses this ruler.
I think I found it. Is this it?
Yes.
Okay.
I think she's super hot.
She's gorgeous, yeah.
Like she's gorgeous. Women love this video, and men think it. I think it's so hilarious because I've always thought, Johnny.
I don't think you know how big.
Hold on, sorry. Go ahead.
I really do think this like size queen stuff is a psyop that women have done to make men feel insecure, because women feel like men want certain things like a big butt or a nice rack, and they're all women have like, oh well, we want big. Now there are size queens out there, right?
There are.
Yeah,
I was about to say you haven't been on the dating apps much then, because there are some. Yeah,
I'm sure there's women out there
like
that
I remember vividly one girl being like, "Are you over 9?" And I was like, no, nobody's over 9.
Nobody ever talks about
and then I said, no, I'm like closer to average. She goes, oh, so you're like 8. And I'm like, no, 8 is not average.
Yeah,
That's way
yeah.
above. She goes, no. We got in a real argument with the stranger on Tinder.
Because she's got a wide set vagina.
She said
that's
8
why.
is that, but she was like, no, I've been with a lot of guys.
Average
8
for
is
her.
average.
Yeah, that's that. By the way, you're on a dating app. The last selling point you want to do is I've been with a lot of guys.
Well, this was way after like where there was any chance of us meeting.
Yeah,
it's
it's just stupid.
Yeah.
That's like guy going, dude, I've had a lot of debt in my life. Like it's like nobody wants to hear it. Like that. This is the problem with dating right now. It's like people don't realize like you have to sell yourself. There's too much in dating with these young people that they think they're the prize. You're not the prize.
Yeah, totally. Yeah.
The prize is the other person, and you have to convince the other person to date you. You're not the prize in your story. I mean, like women just like it just cracks me up. It's like there was a time where your parents would have to pay for somebody to take you off their hands.
yeah,
Like, what are you talking about right now? I've been with a lot of guys. Okay, bye-bye. Don't need you in my life.
There's this thing women do now too over the past like decade, I would say, called they like to say they're pillow princesses. Have you heard of this?
Yeah, I like, dude.
It's just like I don't do anything during sex. Basically, I bring the puss and then that's it. And then you take over from there.
Those women are going to die alone.
And they say it proudly. No, they're not. That's the thing, Sam. They're not though. They're not. Every woman can find the guy if she's willing.
Listen, no, dude. I mean, like, listen. I think the problem is, here's the problem with everybody, and you could even throw me in it. and because I'm going through this right now spiritually, is that I think people just are like, it's probably just going to end up bad, right? I mean, like when you think about like the dating scene and how people look at dating, and they're like, they make all these rules and they don't follow the traditional rules of dating. And they're just like, I'll probably, like, I think there's a lot of people like, I'm just going to be alone, divorced, with kids, on child support, fucking, and a ton of just different freaking pharmaceutical drugs. And like, they'll accept that. But when they don't realize that there is a wonderful alternative to that comes, and I'm learning this right now, that comes from discipline.
Yeah.
Right? And like this real thing of like getting away from just the material and getting into the spiritual. Yeah. And it's just like all the stuff that comes from just doing the material. Like,
that's attractive, to the other sex too.
Right? It's just like you don't have to die alone. You don't have to be on 1,000 medications. You don't have to be all that stuff. But you accept that because to go the other way means you have to make major changes in your life.
It's hard.
And people want change without making change, right?
Can't do it.
Like, I'm a pillow princess.
Yeah,
okay?
that's something people say with pride. Women say with pride.
Yeah, they're just idiots. They don't understand that, like, there's going to be a time. Listen, man, and this isn't sad. This goes for guys, too. Like, I'm seeing all these guys going, I'm so happy I don't have kids. You have no clue what's coming. It's just, you just don't.
Yeah, I mean,
what are you going to do at 60 years old?
Those last 30 years, I mean, it can be.
It's going to be lonely. Johnny, how old are you again? 40
36.
What?
40.
36. That's right. 36. Right. So, Johnny, like right now you've just started to enter the growing older. Like this is like really for a guy, like you discover yourself at 25. Right? And then around
I discovered myself a lot earlier than that.
Yeah, okay. So then about 35 years old, your body starts to change. It just starts to change. Rigor mortis starts setting in. You feel every drink. If you don't keep moving your body, it starts to coagulate. Okay, yeah. And just what else happens, Johnny, is the people around you just start to fade away a little bit because they start to focus on themselves, their families, and all that. That's what happens.
See, that started for me. You've spent a lot of time out west. That started for me in like the 20s. People kind of falling away because everybody has families in the South.
So if you go like to small towns, like good luck finding a 27-year-old woman at a bar. They just don't exist.
Yeah, it's all the women that are post-divorce and the young girls.
Yeah, the young girls and then the divorced women.
Yeah.
That's it. But that middle is gone because they're at home and like again, I don't want to be, it just becomes like, listen, there comes a time where the physical is no longer your best attribute. It's just the nature of the business.
And some women are really good at kind of getting past that, in their younger years. For sure. But back to what we're saying, Johnny. It just what is the purpose of it? Can I just say really quickly too? If I had my brain, dude, you put it back in my college body, I would have crushed so
100%.
Like,
so anyways, I 100% believe that there are women who do like big ding dongs, right? And you see it in pornography when she takes the hammer all the way down. You're like, where did that go? Well, she has a wide set vagina. Like, just like there's little dicks, there's little vaginas. It's like and so this woman breaks it down so well. And I've been saying this forever. Like, this is truth. Okay. Here we go. Listen to what she has to say. She's so hot, by the way. I wish she
12 inches is. Do you see that? Just in scale, where is that going? Not in here, okay? The average gal is gonna get about that much. Maybe this, if they're a pro, but the rest of that, completely unmanageable. This is the biggest I've ever seen in real life, but this is fine. It's completely...
Wait, hold on. What's she got there? Like 5? Is that 5? Okay.
Yeah, she's at 5.
Fabulous. Almost too big. Definitely too big. Fucking sick day. ER, 27 club, and now I'm just skipping my next life. Anything after that is entirely unethical. I don't think we know what we're talking about.
I think it's hilarious.
Oh, she's funny too.
I think you know how big 12
Yeah,
inches
It's
is.
funny. What a good girl.
I mean, she's having a great hair day on that day,
oh, she
right?
is, isn't she?
Like, it's just fire, bro.
Good for her.
Good for her.
What's her TikTok? Can you see it? It's too far away from me. We should promote her.
It says CERA Gibson.
Okay. See, Sarah Gibson. Good for you, Sarah Gibson, with the
Yeah,
nose
this
ring.
thing went viral. Chicks were sharing it.
Much love to you.
But she was talking about BJ's, right?
I see. She said like not in here and
Yeah.
pointed at her mouth.
But do you think it's different for the down there?
That's what I'm wondering. Yeah, I was gonna ask you about that, but I didn't want to kind of.
Yeah, so it's
derail
interesting. It's
but
interesting.
This woman, I'm looking at the Reddit comments. That's what I'm looking. I'm waiting for the woman to speak up who's like, I love a big dick.
Of course.
Let's see. I don't see. Yeah, having a huge 12-inch dick is such a burden. You guys measure from the asshole to the tip too, right?
Dude, I had a buddy of mine who said he measured from the kitchen sink.
Yeah, I've heard that. Yeah, I've heard that. I think you told me that, actually. That's funny.
So, Johnny, a little bit more going back to my house. As you know, Johnny, you've been to my house. I live in a nice place.
I like
right?
your house, yeah.
I like
I
my
do.
house.
I like
my
your
kids
neighborhood.
love my house. My neighborhood's interesting, Johnny.
I like.
Well, my
I mean,
house is haunted.
Yeah, you said that.
Yeah.
You mentioned
Things
it.
are disappearing. Things are disappearing.
Like that dick, huh? It's
Like dead dick?
like that dick. You just slamming it in there. It's just
No,
gone.
bro. I don't even know what that means.
What's disappearing?
So far, like sneakers have disappeared. I finally found it after months. The house. Listen. When my brother was coming in, Dana freaked out. She's like, I gotta get someone to help me clean this room. So she had somebody come over and clean the house. They didn't find the sneakers till much later, and then they just appeared out of nowhere.
So the sneakers aren't missing.
The one was missing for like 2 months,
That's weird. Yeah.
and then it came back. I bought a giant roll of toilet paper, like the 24 pack, gone. It's gone. Nobody knows where this thing is going. How much ghost butt are you wiping?
You do shit a lot, though. Let's be honest.
I do shit a lot, but no, it just disappeared. Nobody knows where this is.
That's weird, dude.
Yeah, Dana was doing some cleaning the other day. She looked at me and goes, still haven't found the toilet paper. Where is this?
That's weird.
Then I think I have like some tweaker ghost because electronics just disappear. They just disappear.
Like what? What electronics?
So I had something that went from my very nice camera in my house. By the way, everyone's been complimenting me on my lighting. I bought some more lights. So now I have 3 lights. Bang. I look good. Okay. So I got this high-end camera that I was going to do for live shows. But then it's like everyone started.
You got 3 lights out of it. You got a hair light now. That's great.
I got everything, dude. I got so many lights. But because my camera's so good that it's
Sam doesn't have the technical language
Yeah,
to
I
describe
don't.
what he's trying to. My camera's so, it's good.
I don't know how to explain it, but it's
Just got a lot of lens to it,
well, it's like the files are too big that come off the camera.
Yeah,
so
you need a high bit rate cable.
You have to have a high bit rate cable.
Yeah, that's what you were gonna say, I'm sure.
No, but I don't know what it is. Right, you're totally right. I have to go to Best Buy, find some fucking nerd, and show him a picture of it. Be like,
I got a really good camera. I need a cable.
I need one of these.
I need one of those strings that goes into the really good cameras.
Yeah. So I end up. So I go to bed. So my friend Brian comes over to try to help me with my studio.
Uh-huh.
He goes, get this. So I ordered it. It showed up. I put it together, and then one day, one weekend I go out of town, and I'm gonna get my dates after this. I go out of town. Okay. I come back. Because I brought the camera with me, I set the cable right there on the table. Gone. I'm like, okay, it's probably somewhere in all this clusterfuck of all these of this high-end good camera. Okay, that's really good.
You're not an organized person. We should
Okay.
just say that.
Dude, I've cleaned it out. I've rearranged it. I've gotten rid of all the unnecessary cables. It's not there.
You got like a tweaker. A tweaker goes hawking your shit at like spiritual pawn shop.
Yeah,
you know?
100% gone, dude. Hidden.
What were we talking about on cash? I imagine on cash days that like there's just some other part of town. There's a pawn shop where shit just keeps appearing in a corner. You know?
Yeah.
It's just like where the cables and stuff just keep showing up.
I don't even know. It cracks me up.
There's a giant roll of toilet paper over here.
Just missing shit. Gone.
That is weird. Have you had any spookiness like other than that, or is it just missing stuff?
Dana, when she talks about the ghosts, like I said, she spells. So
I'm sorry?
She spells out words, so
What?
the ghost won't know what she's talking about.
What? The ghost can't spell?
That's Dana thinks the ghost can't spell. And the funniest thing is sometimes
What are you talking about?
sometimes she spells and I have to spell it out so I know what she's spelling. I like, what did you just say?
I don't even think the ghost. You're more likely to misunderstand her than the ghost.
Yeah. Why? What if she starts talking to? What if she starts talking to the ghost, and then starts spelling for me? So I didn't know she was. Anyways, he's H-E-R-E.
You're the only parent who
H-E-R-E.
whose girlfriend talks to their children spelling words out, so you don't understand
It's
it. That would
so
be great.
hilarious, bro. It was so hilarious.
You want to do your dates?
Yes, guys, go to samtripoli.com. This Thursday night, the 11th, I'm in Cleveland, Ohio with the Prophet Eddie Bravo, Xavier Guerrero. We're going to be at Hilarities, one of the best comedy clubs in the United States. Then I'm going to be in Pottstown, PA, Soul Joel's. Then I'm going to be at the PA Love Live Live Bear comedy night in Pittsburgh. Then
Low Lev Beer.
Low Lev Beer.
You heard the word beer before.
Yeah, what'd I say?
You said love Lev Beer. Bear. You said love Lev
Bear.
Bear.
Beer, as in I drink beer.
Yeah, not bear.
Bear.
Love Lev Bear is what you said.
Love Lev Beer.
Low Lev Beer.
Low Lev Beer. Then, bro, I put together what might be the greatest comedy night ever.
Yeah, it looks good, dude. It looks really
We
good.
have Burt Kreischer, Felipe Esparza, we have Margaret Cho, we have Ryan Sickler, we have Jessimae Peluso. Who else do we? I mean, like, Bobby Lee. I
Bobby Lee.
mean, it's a murder lineup. It's a murder lineup.
Amazing.
Yeah, and then I'm very excited. My little show, The Revival, is starting to get some shit going, okay? And I'm very excited. So we're doing a revival. Robbie, the Fire Bernstein, will be joining us. I'm very excited, and it's at the Rabbit Hole Bar in West Hills. And then Batavia.
Having just witnessed your tangles with the English language, I noticed something on
Johnny,
a recent,
everyone at home is laughing at you.
I noticed on a recent Tinfoil Hat Live, you were talking about your cousin, and you said multiple times the word cousin. Now I just wonder, is that
Everybody
is that
call
some
me
New York,
on that.
Is that
Cousin.
New York slang or something?
Cousin.
Cousin? Is that New York slang? Is that some kind of New York street
No, Johnny, it's called retarded, okay?
Because you said it like several times. You're like, yeah, my cousin.
My cousin.
Is that like, did
My
you
cousin.
think that was a word for a while or something?
Maybe,
Cousin?
Johnny. I don't know.
I'm genuinely curious, though, because I've never heard cousin.
Okay,
Cousin.
I get it, Johnny. I get it. Yeah, I'm stupid. I know. I say bad words. I mean, like, you're picking on the retarded. It's very rude.
You're not retarded.
Yeah, I am.
Well, then you should be proud of yourself because you've achieved more than any retarded
I
person
know,
ever.
bro. I don't know, but the Downs are crushing it right now. Doesn't it seem like there's like quantum leaps in Downs right now?
Oh, it's the millennium of the Downs, yeah.
It's just like it's the golden era of the Downs. Yeah. They're doing the most amazing stuff. Like, they're killing it. They're getting jobs.
Got toilet paper named after them. It's amazing.
Yeah, do they?
Downey.
Oh, Downey.
Come on,
yeah, but they should have a Downs mascot. That's what they
Downs
should
mascot?
have. Yeah.
You gotta be careful.
Yeah.
Politically correct.
Why?
You can't be like
Oh, we could have Xavier Guerrero putting Downs with fat asses on the internet.
Well, I mean,
but
he didn't give a shit.
Don't they have to wipe their butts?
His Instagram is just it's a real carnival of freaks over there.
Who speaks worse, me or Xavier?
I mean, actually, but his English is a second language for him.
Okay, so I'm garbage.
You have no excuse.
I'm garbage. I am such garbage.
That's why they haven't invited you on Are You Garbage? Because it's
garbage.
like there's no debate.
I am so garbage.
You do great for somebody with deficiencies.
Hold on. As you know, like, do you have the Citizens app, right?
Oh, unfortunately.
Yeah, I just step outside and I'm in a crime scene every time. There's so much weirdness on my block. So outside of my house, there's a guy who lives in a literal van. He lives in the van. He sleeps in the van. And he never causes any problems. And I'm always like, there, but for the grace of God, go I.
Yeah.
Okay? I show him respect going, hey, dude, I could be there. I don't say it to him, but I show, hey, how's it going? Wish you happy holidays.
Want to use my shower.
Right. So one day I'm out and Dana's in the yard playing. The kids are playing, and he walks by and he sees Dana. And he goes, Dana.
He knows Dana's name?
Yeah, he knows that. He goes, I just got to tell you that your daughters are beautiful. She's like, thank you. Right?
Okay.
And she just goes with it, right? He doesn't know. He doesn't know that there's a mom. He thinks, okay.
Some complication.
Yeah, okay. So then he goes, and your boyfriend's great. He's a little annoying, but he's great. I go, what? What did he say? He goes, yeah, he annoys me once in a while. I go, you sleep outside my house. What are you talking about?
I love that you get judged by the guy who lives in your front yard, dude.
Yeah, I mean, like, that's crazy, right?
That's so funny.
He's a little annoying. I'm like, what did I do to ignore you?
Yeah, he talks to me too much. You know?
Yeah, it's like, dude, the guy who has the worst judgment in the world is judging me.
Dude, I'm trying to take out my shit bags here. Leave me alone, Tripoli.
Yeah, it's just so nuts. Getting judged by the homeless? Like, what are we doing here?
He says cousin a lot. I don't get it.
You're such a piece of shit. You really are. I'm trying to do the best I can.
By the way, I think we just figured out who stole all the shit from your house. I just have to say.
Oh, interesting. Can you figure out a way in?
You want to do fun with stupid?
Yeah. Okay. Yeah, I have a.
No, if you got another story, we're at 50 minutes. Right
okay.
now, so
Okay. Go on. Go with fun with stupid.
And you sent me a lot of stuff, so it's.
Come on, Johnny. I need you to hear the song.
Yeah, I'm pulling it right now. Wait, here it is. Nightmare Circus March is what it's called. All right, coming at you. We haven't done this one in a long time. Fun with Stupid 2024, January, with your host, Sam Tully.
Let's go, bro. Let's go. Let's go.
That music really is perfect. Isn't it?
That is. You should make that an official, like have a video of it.
Yeah, we could do that. We could fiber that if anybody wants to do it at home. So now this was old. I almost didn't do it because it's old. I almost put it in news, but this is stupid. And I love Tucker Carlson. I like Tucker Carlson because of how he treated Ron Paul, and a lot of the reporting he's done lately, I think, is worthy. But we just have to come back to this. He had Kevin Spacey on his show over the break. And if people just moved on from this, like this didn't happen.
Yeah, I like he just lets you know, dude. Like they're like, dude, it's getting a little too out there. We need you to do this for us, so we know you're still.
It really is buck breaking, like
they buck break them.
Yeah,
they buck break them.
Notorious BLG.
And it's just like, what are we doing? And it's like Kevin Spacey was accused by like 3 people, and they all ended up dead.
There's no chance that Kevin Spacey's like wrongly, like this guy's not a good guy.
Yeah,
right?
go on. I want to show you something. Did you see people what they were talking about?
And
the
it
symbolism?
does seem like the presidential race is
Masonic
effectively frozen in place, if not over. We know who the candidates are. It's too late for another to get in. Some have already dropped out. But is it too late? Is there anyone in this country of 350 million people who could jump in at this late date and re-scramble the calculus of electoral politics? Well, there may be someone. And in fact, you already know him. You know his face. And the question is, will he get in this cycle? And that's my question for you.
Well, that's really a decision for the people, Tucker. It's not something that I really think about or want to do. And Merry Christmas to you, too. But I've always believed...
Like, is he just unself-aware? And by the way, look at the weird-ass designs on the pillow.
So they're saying that...
Looks like the
Masonic,
envelope.
The envelope.
The apron, right?
The apron, right, yeah.
Which the Google Mail
is also,
symbol is a playoff of.
And then you got these weird, like, spirally things.
Yeah. It's like super creepy, dude.
But there's just so much weird. So he keeps doing this character, which was on a show that hasn't been, actively produced for years now. He left that show, embarrassed, defamed. And he keeps doing this character, which he has no rights to, I would assume. He didn't write the character. He didn't create that show. So Netflix, though, lets him keep doing it. That's suspicious to me because Netflix has the rights to this character, surely. Yeah, he keeps appearing places doing this. He's done it, like, for the past couple Christmases.
Right. And he does all
they should sue him if they weren't if somebody wasn't kind of a part of like just letting him go out and play.
The occult darkness.
That's what I'm saying, dude.
100%.
It's weird.
And like, what is Tucker Carlson's reason for doing it?
I can't imagine. And then you got Kevin Spacey, who should by all rights be, a lefty, I would assume. He's going on Tucker Carlson. Like, it's just so many weird things about this.
Yeah, it doesn't play well, and it just lets those who've always been weary of Tucker Carlson and what he represents, and like, so I forget what it was called. What was it? It was like, it's basically like this PatCon that Tucker Carlson is, which is like, have you seen like who Twitter now wants to do live shows with on Twitter, who they're trying to do show Tucker Carlson, like the gay black guy from CNN, they gave him
Don Lemon?
Yeah. Don Lemon is going to be and Jim Rome, like
Jim Rome, really?
Jim
what is this?
Rome?
1999? What are we doing?
Like, why did Jim Rome get a show?
Call me Chris one more time. I know.
And like, I wish Chris Everett would beat his ass.
It was that's one of the best moments in sports history. Right?
Yeah, and so it's like, it's just really weird. And then of course that was there, and I had
to talk about this because it just got skipped over, man. It was so bizarre, and people just kind of moved on. And Tucker has a history of just showing up random. He's really into like pop culture and stuff. Like, he shows up on random YouTube channels sometime. Like, there's this guy Hickok45 who does great gun videos on YouTube, and he just he showed up there one time, like at this guy's range in Kentucky or some damn place. Tucker did, just to do like a quick video with him. So Tucker likes being in pop culture, you can tell, but I don't know. There's something just. I can't. I wish I knew what was going on behind the scenes with this. I would love to know.
Yeah,
who
but how
proposed
do you sit there with Tucker with Kevin Spacey and not be like, dude, this guy is the creepiest, like, dude you could.
Like, I assume the purported reason for having him there is that, hey, this is another guy who was, in their mind, falsely accused. He got off legally. So
when all of his accusers died.
Yeah, I mean, like, it's so, I don't know, man. That's fun with stupid.
Do we have any more funs with stupid?
There's so much. Stupid
There's so much stupid fun.
We had to cull some. You sent me this today, actually. This is just a guy. I mean, he got stuck in a vase.
Dude, what do you think happened?
I don't understand. I'm gonna Take off your sweater.
God damn it!
Did he jump in it?
I took my belt off and I didn't do shit.
You got it, Connor. You got it. You did it. Look,
you gotta break it.
Is it metal though? It might be metal.
Why
is nobody? He's drunk. He's drunk. So what? They're clearly at a wedding or something, right?
Yeah, like some idiot's like, why don't you jump in that? And he's like, yeah, I'll do it. I'll do it.
Why don't you take your sweater off?
Yeah, he's the guy that like gets gayer as he gets drunker.
Listen to this gay guy in the background though. The guy just wants to see him without a shirt. Listen to this gay voice in the background go, why don't you take your sweater off? Listen.
I mean, that might be him.
Hold on, no, listen. It's a super gay voice in the background. He just wants to see him naked. Take off your sweater.
Doing everything I fucking can. God damn it.
Oh, the Lord's name in vain.
Yeah. I'm still sensitive about the GDs from
I
growing up
do.
in the South.
I'm now.
Anyway, that was a funny.
It looked like he was getting out there for a second.
Yeah.
But what did he do? I don't understand how.
I think what's happened is he's now gotten stuck in there and his knees are bent.
Yeah.
And he can't straighten his knees out enough to kind of push himself up. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
They're going to have to break it.
Yeah.
For sure.
I mean, you hope they can.
Yeah. I mean, they'll get him out. We would hear if there was a guy still stuck in a vase.
Will you look it up? Will you look it up? Is there a guy still stuck?
Guy breaks Guinness World Record for most time stuck in a giant vase. I wouldn't even call it, what would you call that? It's not really a vase. It's more like a planter or something, right? Like a
pot?
Yeah, pot.
Is that a pot?
Yeah, for sure. Yeah, there are no reports of a guy. The guy's name is Connor Paget.
Oh, he
from
looks
Birmingham,
like
Alabama.
Oh yeah, he looks like a Connor Paget.
Absolutely, he does. Somehow ended up with half of his body inside a large brown vase. A party in Mountain Brook. That's what it says. Wait, there's more. There must be more video of this because this is a different angle we haven't seen here. Hold on, I feel obliged to investigate this because it's great content, Sam.
No, it looks like it's the same.
No.
angle.
Look at the thumbnail is like him sitting upright, and we never saw him sitting upright in this. Yeah, see, this is different. I'm stuck.
Dude, that might be the funniest thing I've ever seen in my life.
I'm gonna have to start shitting
I'm
in here.
stuck, and people like now he just lives in that for the rest of his life. Wouldn't you start freaking out?
Oh, dude, claustrophobia starts to set in. Yeah, absolutely. Oh, is this how they get him out? Yeah, they're gonna break it, aren't they? Yeah, they're breaking it. Yeah, somebody got a hammer. That's smart. There you go. Yeah, that's how you.
That poor vase.
Yeah, what that vase ever do other than have a nice
Dude,
welcoming
I
hole?
want to see him get out. Oh, look at a guy in a toilet get stuck. People getting stuck in stupid shit.
People are stupid. That's why we have fun with stupid. That's why it's the
Yeah,
hottest segment in America.
Yeah, people love fun with stupid, everybody. Yeah, I mean, like, dude.
Sweeping the world.
That guy, dude.
Idiot.
That guy. I mean, probably upset Alabama lost, and then this.
That'll be a great story in NA someday.
That
Sam.
guy's like, there was Alabama just lost to Michigan. I hadn't come out of the closet yet, and I was stuck in a vase. I was stuck in a vase, and everyone kept telling me to take my shirt off.
So, if you're familiar with tennis shoes at all, you're into sneakers. Travis Scott is popular from that. He's also a popular musician.
Oh, this is just annoying.
And he played this song, which is called Fiend. It's spelled F-E-I-N, which you would pronounce that Fein, I think. But he says it like fiend, and I think he means the word fiend, like you're fiending for something. You know?
Yeah. But he says cousin.
He doesn't say cousin, no, but he does say fiend. So
okay.
And he played this song 10 times in a row at a concert. I can't think. I wouldn't want to hear A Day in the Life 10 times in a row, the best Beatles song. But he played it 10 times in a row.
Johnny, I said that Neil Diamond played Sweet Caroline twice in a row, and you started losing it on me.
Yeah, it's too much.
It's not too much. 10 is too much.
Ba ba ba. Okay, so the first time, everybody's super hyped. They're like, "Wow, this guy can't even hold his camera straight. He's so excited." Is this the Undertaker getting ready to come out here? What is this? I mean, it sounds like a car crash, this music.
I'm gonna be honest with you, dude. How is this place packed for this dog shit?
Doesn't it sound like a car crash?
Yeah.
Or something? Look at all the phones up, dude. Look at all the phones up, bro. Rap concerts are the worst, though, because they don't try to like hold their notes or anything. You know what I mean? They don't. You can't hear anything. It's just a pyro show. It's a big ass pyrotechnic show.
Is this the guy where a bunch of people died?
Yeah.
And they're like, let's just keep going.
So this video is 14 minutes long. Again, because he plays this song 10 times in a row. So let's just skip to the end and see if there's the same energy. I'm really curious if people like start to be like, okay, dude, that's enough. No, they're still doing. This is drugs right here, bro. This is drugs. This is Molly. He's not even singing anymore. He's just got the track.
It's not.
The track is doing it.
Nobody cares.
What is this, man? Isn't this weird, dude?
Look, they're still clapping.
He's doing it again, and they love it.
But how long is the song, Johnny?
I mean, it can't be more than like, what, 2 minutes or something?
Look at this person's gun. Did you see that guy?
Yeah.
That kid's like, again?
Yeah, hold on, let's go back and catch me. Hold on, I gotta go back a little bit. Here we go.
Right here. Right there.
He's like, oh, come on, dude. That's enough already. This guy cannot hold the camera to save his life.
This music is not good.
It sounds like somebody like laying on the horn, you know, like, get out of the way. Get off the road, protesters! And then they all have that auto-tune shit on their voice at these shows. But, yeah,
Dude, this is like when a comic gets drunk on stage and keeps doing the same joke over and over again.
What is this, bro? And he's just up there. You can't
Bro,
even see it, man,
I
for all
like,
the
dude,
fire and
that
stuff.
shit is so nuts.
Isn't that crazy? Okay,
It's
there's
so
still like a
nuts.
few more goes in this. Let's go back here. Let's see if he's still doing it. One more time. Look at him over there, dude. Look at his face. Look how excited he is to do it one more time. Look at him. He's like, y'all really want this shit one more time? You want it again? Oh, yeah, I'll give it to you. I don't see any chicks at this show either. Isn't that kind of weird? There's not one chick at this show, bro. Like, do you see any chicks at this show? Look at this. None. A chick would never put up with the same song 10 times in a row.
Like, how's everybody having convulsions? Johnny, you're making me watch this 10 times in a row.
Isn't that weird?
Yeah.
That's stupid, dude. That is just stupid. That happened a while ago. We just missed so much over the break that I had to get caught up on our phone with stupid. That one killed me.
That killed me, Johnny. That was just
literally possible.
That just killed me.
So this was almost news too, but it ended up being fun with stupid. This is from CNN. You ready for this?
Yeah.
This is from the police. Life coach radio host, and this is why you should never get advice from life coach, commits suicide together. So two life coach radio hosts, they killed each other. They committed suicide together. Isn't that crazy? Are you listening?
Say that again?
This couple, that like a man and a woman who did a self-help radio show, committed suicide together.
Oh.
The show was called The Pursuit of Happiness.
Oh, that makes me sad.
Isn't that crazy?
just
That's
makes me so
stupid.
sad.
That's why you can't trust these self-help types. I'm telling you, because
Well,
they all have problems.
See, this is the problem, Johnny.
He's a motivational speaker, and he couldn't motivate himself not to die, dude.
I just feel bad for everybody, dude. Oh.
2 suicide notes were found. One of them was mistakenly signed by Hillary Clinton, apparently. So
snap! Johnny's
scribbled
got
out,
Joe.
yeah.
Bye, 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 bye.
Let me see. She scribbled it out though at the last second. You could see just like wrote through it. This is stupid. Did you see this, dude? So this is an older clip, but it's been passed around on social lately. This is a woman.
Yeah,
I'm just
okay.
gonna let you watch this.
Yeah,
What,
I've seen it.
Yeah.
I've seen it.
Do
Let's
you have a
watch
problem
it.
with this? Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Bro, and I don't feel like going to jail.
She's on Facebook Live right now. Facebook Live.
Your driver's license is suspended and you have warrants out of Fayetteville. I need you to step out of the car, okay?
I ain't got no warrants.
You need to step out of the car.
I'm about to get low.
I'm about to get low. She puts her seatbelt back on
I'm about to
for
get
the
what?
first time. Low, like get out of here. And she just starts driving off, dude.
Oh, shit!
They're breaking her window, and she's just laughing, smiling.
Was that necessary?
Get out the car.
Was that necessary? Y'all saw that?
Like this
Was
is
that
the thing,
necessary?
and you see people do this all the
Was
time.
that necessary, Mr. Sir?
Mr.
Y'all saw
Sir.
that, right?
She's kind of cute too.
Y'all
It's
saw
weird.
that, right?
Yeah, because she's like 20 and stupid.
So there's that.
Like
So
Johnny.
there's that. Like she has no concept of the gravity of the trouble she's
and
in.
it's this notion that like jail is inevitable, so why do I care?
Yes.
And
that's
it's just
it.
like, it's literally not. It's like you don't have to do any of this.
No.
You just have no clue.
The police are out to get me, you know.
Like, I have copophobia so badly, bro.
But what's her deal? She's got some kind of emotional disturbance or something, right? Like
No,
what?
it's this notion that like the law doesn't apply. Like this weird thing where they've been taught like you don't like. I don't get it. It's like something I want to teach my daughters. It's like the game of life. You gotta know how to play the game.
And that ain't it. Trying
That
to
ain't
drive
it.
off, giving them
Like,
sass.
who
you know?
told you that's a good idea? Like, what? How did you think that was going to end? Like, are you, like, in a weird... I always say this about, like, strippers. Like, in a weird way, they're very Zen Buddhists, that they live in the moment so much that they realize they spent all their money, they can't afford a car. Like, they just made $800, they just spent it all. Like, that's a very much a Zen Buddhist kind of way of looking at the world, right?
I had money, and now I don't.
You lived in the moment, and you just took off. Now you're effed. Now you're effed. And you don't have to be effed. Like that guy in Vegas who jumped on that judge. Like, what are you?
I mean, I have that in the news, but it's...
What are you thinking? Like, dude, I get it. You don't want to go to jail. Now you're going to jail for even longer. Like, you just, like, play out the tape. Like, what is the tape? Play. What how's it end? Like, what? Let's say, best case scenario for you. Cop tells you to get out of the car, you take off. Then what? Then what? You buy like what? 20 minutes of freedom?
Totally. Yeah. I mean, and here's if you don't know, and this was everywhere. I imagine everybody saw this. I almost didn't pull it just because it was so ubiquitous. But this judge announces that she is not letting this guy get out. I guess parole or something. I don't know. Or getting
he violated
was it
his
like
parole.
It was a deferred. Oh, okay. She violated his parole, and she's like, "You got to go to jail this time, buddy."
I just can't with that history. In accordance with the laws of the state of Nevada, this court...
And he's Superman's over the bench.
I mean, dude, that was a great jump.
Oh, he didn't even touch the monitor. Look, the monitor didn't even move, dude. He flew over.
I could not jump that jump.
No,
that is... But the funniest thing is this guy throwing the worst punches.
The worst.
Look
dude.
at this guy.
The
Look at
worst.
this guy. Look at this.
The worst.
Bang,
dude.
bang, bang. What are you doing?
Take off your sweater.
Why is that guy sitting there?
He's doing hammer punches at the end. Did you see a hammer fist?
What is that shirt? Is that Biggie? Oh, yeah. I mean, dude,
Is
you
it?
should.
Or
Hold
like
on.
Bernie
Hold on.
Mac or
Did you just show up to court in a Biggie Small sweatshirt?
I think he did,
like,
dude. Yeah.
What is, like, dude, what are you doing? What are you doing?
Yeah. And then he had to appear before her again later. She was the one.
And she's like, by the way, just so you know, I'm not changing this ruling. Okay, I'm giving you this. Then first of all, they brought him out. Have you seen the second footage?
No, I haven't. No,
look it up. When they bring him back in,
let me find it.
He's like Black Hannibal Lecter.
Oh yeah, here we go. Okay.
Look at that. He looks like he's like a black beehive guy, right? Like he's working with bees in the hood.
That's crazy. I mean, look
at
I don't know
that.
how I feel about that.
But look at him. Like the guy that jumped, that doesn't look like the same guy, right?
It doesn't, no.
Like the guy who jumped had big shoulders.
But how do you feel about that? That look. I mean,
that look?
Yeah, I guess
like
he
bitch.
He deserves it though, right? I mean,
yeah, he's an idiot, dude.
Yeah,
I mean, like we don't know what the charges were, but whatever you did right there, look at the cops. They are so focused on they are set to beat that ass.
Yeah, dude, what is he gonna do? He can't even. He runs. He falls over the way they have.
Well, that's
those
how it
chains
is.
on.
They can't run, but still, like if he makes a move, and then like, dude, if you run the video, his family's there. He's like nodding to them. I'm like, oh, here, let's hear what he's saying.
Oh wow, I haven't seen this part.
Prison for a second time.
Have you looked at your criminal history? 3 felonies, a gross, 9 misdemeanors, multiple DVs.
Domestic violence.
Sir. Battery on a protected person, robberies.
Oh, jeez.
Home invasion.
How is he not in jail?
My mistakes. I feel like I shouldn't be sent to prison, but if it's appropriate for you, then you have to do what you have to do. But I figure that
He's crazy.
I'm in a better place in my life. I'm not doing drugs. I'm not out there committing crimes now. The criteria.
Not at this moment. I'm in court at
Yeah,
this moment.
exactly.
I will be in about 30 seconds.
I
committing
dress up
crimes.
for you, wear my Biggie Small like rolling joints. I don't even think that's Biggie Smalls. I think that is Rick Ross. I think that's fat ass Rick Ross.
Wait, which one? The fake one or the real one?
The fake one.
Okay. I'm not committing
Keep
crimes
going.
at this
Keep
moment.
going. I want to hear what she says.
Something else.
That's what she said before he comes. I want you to get a little taste of something else, is what she said.
Of me saying this is that I'm a person that never stops trying to do the right things, even if it's hard.
What?
I appreciate that, but I think it's time that he gets a taste of something else because I just can't with that history.
Like, bro, I cannot believe I just saw that. That is the greatest video I've ever seen in my life.
His whole act before
He's like,
that.
I have gotten Zen mood. I am in the zone. Today I am no longer committing crimes. I am one with the universe.
No, he didn't say today. He said right now.
Right now, I am not committing no crimes. I am good with the universe. It is a blessing. I walk on water. Oh, nah, bitch. Fuck you, bitch. Dude, that could be... Dude, could someone have been more right about her call than that?
Dude, she like, how... That's instant karma, dude. Like, instantly, she got her...
Oh, my God.
She got
I
her
can't believe
judgment approved by the Lord.
That is so amazing. I cannot believe that. I cannot
It's
believe
way
it.
better with that setup, too. I never saw that. The setup of him,
but that's so funny, John, because that story's been everywhere, and that's the first time I
me
saw
too. I
that
haven't seen
version of it.
Yeah, me either. That's the best.
Like
that's the
him
best.
just like, listen, okay?
Let's just look
I
at
feed
we gotta watch
bunnies.
Him. We gotta watch him a little bit. Try to sell this thing.
Have you looked at your criminal?
Like, because he's just holding it together is what you realize in hindsight. Like, this is him putting on his absolute best
but
face
if you
right here.
listen to him, like this, his energy right here is so not who he is. If you listen to what she says this guy's done, like he is not a good person.
Multiple domestic violence,
he's
robberies.
that
means
like,
with a weapon, you know, it's like.
Yeah, I mean, like he like, dude, his parents failed him. They failed him, and they did not teach this kid the game of life.
Yeah, I mean, his idol is Rick Ross. So what are you gonna do?
I mean,
3 felonies, a gross, 9 misdemeanors, multiple DVs. Got a lot going on, sir. Battery on a protected person, robberies, attempt home invasion.
Home invasion. My mistakes. I feel like I shouldn't be sent to prison, but if it's appropriate for you, then
okay, stop. Right there, you said if you gotta do what you gotta do. It's so, but if you feel like I need to go, you gotta do what you gotta do.
Well, that was him trying to act like he'd be okay with it.
Yeah.
But I mean, he ain't okay with it. But you got to play that game right. If you think it's appropriate, I will accept your judgment.
Nuts, Johnny.
But if you do this, bitch, I will kill you.
I'm in a better place in my life. I'm not doing drugs. You know, I'm not after committing crimes now. The criteria of me saying this is that I'm a person that never stops trying to do the right things, even if it's hard.
Dude, this is like unbelievable.
I appreciate that, but I think it's time that he gets a taste of something else because I just can't with that history.
Oh, there is an edit there, though. There is an edit right there. Interesting. I would like to hear that. I've never seen it without that edit. If you notice that, it goes from this to, I feel like there's a, that's a whole different, like she's looking up and then, I don't know. That's beautiful footage. Wow.
Oh, man, that is amazing.
That was just,
I mean, like, listen, dude. I mean, like, I used to have a joke about thanking the cops for giving me a $300 ticket. Like, you have to play the game. Like, the notion that you don't have to play the game. Like, this game that, like, that hip-hop is taught black people. And just, well, not just black people. Like, this group of people that think, like, you don't have to play ball with the cops. Like, even if you're like, I'm innocent, all that stuff, you have to go through the motions to get to a place where you can say, this isn't me, this didn't happen.
No, you're right. Yeah. You just, I mean, that's kind of part of the system is to prove that you can play that game. That's kind of how, you know, that's what school is about too, is proving that you can play ball with the system. That's why they like degrees, because they know that, oh, okay, this guy can, suck up his life force long enough to sit in a class for 4 years. You want to do the news?
Yeah.
Boy, do we have some humdingers loaded up here. I want to start with this. Now, this guy, I'm a fan of some of his work, and some of it I feel like he's on the wrong side of things. Like, maybe with some of the Israel stuff. Especially.
Dude, this upsets me.
Me too. Yeah.
And we were just like, hey, you got to play ball, cops, and then you bring up the exact opposite.
Yeah.
I'd like play this video. It is so upsetting to me.
Me too. Yeah. So this is David Menzies. Yeah, that's his name, Menzies. He's Rebel News in Canada. It's called Rebel News, and he's a guy who I've seen him do. He shows up to a lot of events. He's always covering. He's like an independent news guy who covers these kind of culture war type stories.
Yes.
And he is talking to Chrystia Freeland, a Canadian politician,
who is the biggest scumbag on the planet.
Yeah,
like her grandmother was a literal Nazi.
And he's accosting her. That's too harsh a word.
No.
He's attempting to interview her. Yeah, he's attempting to interview her on the street because she never gives press time to ask her real questions.
She is the permanent state of scumbag that, like, when you think of an awful politician who, like, if there was a different time, she would be dealt with differently. Yeah. I just don't want to say it so we don't get in trouble.
No, I got you.
Like,
we'll talk about that in a second with Roger Stone. Yeah.
Chink. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Freeland, how come the IRGC is not a terrorist group?
Yeah.
Why is your government supporting?
By the way, look at the rack on that one.
Yeah,
what? What are you doing? You're under arrest for assault.
Yeah, look at this piece of shit.
Look at his crazy eyes.
Look at, like, dude, stop it. This is a brown shirt scumbag.
Yep.
This is what a brown shirt looks like. You have no distinguishing features. You're a shaved, bald, white guy, and you're a bootlicking scumbag that just is like you are hurting your own people. Yeah. You're hurting your own people for a paycheck.
Apparently, it's legal to take a charge as a police officer in Canada. That's what he did. Yeah, he totally did.
You're just setting a pic. You literally just stopped there.
That's all
he wasn't even looking at you, and you basically touched him.
Illegal screen. That's what it was. Totally.
That was Johnny. That was an illegal screen for sure.
It
Throw
seriously
the
was.
Flag.
The guy, if you're listening at home, so the guy was just walking down the sidewalk with his face toward this woman who's walking toward him, and this police officer kind of picks him off. Just stands next to him and physically screens him. And then the camera moves away for just a second. And when we come back to the guy, he's like, "You're under arrest for assault."
Police, you're under arrest. How am I under arrest? You bumped into me. You pushed into me. You bumped.
No.
I've got my credentials here, and you just bumped into me.
Yeah, you're a scumbag.
And the journalist is an old guy. I mean, he's an older guy.
Like, yeah, he looks like he's like a gumshoe, right?
Not threatening at all.
From back in the day, like, we're gonna crack this code, like a what was the old show?
One of Murrow's boys or something.
Murdoch. What was that old show where like the guy would solve murder?
Oh, you're talking about you see,
is it
Murdoch?
Just
one more thing.
I got a question for you.
Yeah, what is that guy? Oh, come on.
Old detective shows. Look up old
Perry
detective.
No. Oh shit. Columbo,
Quincy. There's a whole bunch of them.
There's so many of them. Yeah, Columbo is great. Yeah. You see, I just one thing I didn't quite understand was
Kojak. He's got a Kojak kind of feel to him.
You said you and your wife went out for dinner.
Yeah, I don't quite understand.
Betty at the hotel said she saw you check in at 6:30. That's just all I want to ask you about.
Yeah.
Remember, he would just play stupid like he didn't know what he was talking about. Okay, so here's Crazy Eyes, this police officer, clearly just a total grunt for the government, cog in the machine of crushing down democracy.
Like, look at this guy, like
crazy, just crazy.
You were a baby at one point, a little kid who had dreams of probably playing pro hockey. Yeah, I mean, just bootlicking
I will say
scumbags.
How they handle this arrest tells me that they know they're probably not in the right here.
Yeah,
because they're not.
Well, hold on. If you go back a little bit, you could see in his eye go, "Oh, I think I fucked up."
Yeah.
Go back a little bit.
No, you're totally
right there.
Yeah,
that look is like, watch, play it.
Pushed into me.
See.
I got my
right here.
Like right there.
Right
he's like,
there.
I fucked. Yeah. Yeah.
You're under arrest. What is your name in your bag?
See, I don't know in Canada that they have to do that kind of stuff. Like I didn't. Because, we should say also, if you're listening, these aren't people wearing police uniforms. These are people just dressed like civilians. There's nothing identifying them as police.
There's a police behind
them, but this guy is not.
Obviously not, and he's a henchman basically for an evil witch.
Yeah, absolutely. Here, let's just power through this.
He blocked my way. What? I was just scrumming Christian Freeland.
I'm a police officer. You're under arrest.
What is your name and your badge number?
Now he finally identifies himself as a police officer.
Okay, because you assaulted me 3 years ago when blackface was back.
Oh, there's history.
You mean I was asking questions aggressively?
No, your actions were. You were almost pushing everybody over.
You were almost pushing everybody over?
This on video, right? He's saying I'm pushing people over.
He said you were almost pushing people over.
Falsehood.
No, this dumb fuck sets an illegal pic.
That's what you're saying, officer. It appeared I was pushing people. I didn't touch a single person.
That was a little bit aggressive for what was
A little bit aggressive.
Like, what is this?
Please take the microphone out of my
He'll
face.
never these charges will never stick.
Can I have the microphone? Can I have the microphone? Can I have the microphone?
That's such a Canadian arrest, though, by the way. Like, watch, they take his, clipboard out and put it back in his bag for him. Oh, not yet, but they do that in a second.
You don't need to resent, sir. You don't have to say anything. You know the drill.
Oh, he's like starting to realize.
Yeah.
Welcome to Blackfaces Canada. This is what they do to journalists. I was merely scrumming Minister Freeland and a RCMP officer.
Bootlicking motherfuckers. That's what they are. Bootlickers.
Yeah, these are scumbags.
But brown shirts don't realize that what happens is they come around, they take you guys out first. Yeah.
Yeah. They're the first ones to go.
They're the first ones to go because nobody likes sellout scumbags.
Guard Corps is not a terrorist organization. Is not a terrorist organization.
Yeah, anyway, they haul his ass off. It's not much more to that video. But, so if you want to support that guy, he's at @rebelnews_CA on Twitter. Go check him out. David Menzies. Wrongfully accused of assault by Canadian thugs. Speaking of dealing with politicians a certain way, which you just mentioned.
Yeah.
Did you see this story about Roger Stone from the Daily Beast? Roger Stone, tinfoil hat cast.
Tinfoil hat gas, horribly tinfoil hat gas, because they wouldn't.
That was a weird show, dude.
They wouldn't let us. They wouldn't let us. The connection was awful.
This is from a report from the 2020 election. Roger Stone discussed assassinating Democrats before the 2020 election. Roger Stone discussed assassinating members of Congress in the lead up to the 2020 election and with a then NYPD officer, according to audio of the longtime Republican operative's comments obtained by Mediaite. And let me see if I don't know if we have the actual audio. Let me see. All right. I can't find the audio. Anyway, these are his quotes. You ready for this? He goes, "It's time to do it." Stone reportedly told Sal Greco, who was also moonlighting as a security guard for Stone. He goes, and he's talking about Eric Swalwell of California and Jerry Nadler of New York, the latter of whom had announced that he was opposing the commutation of Stone's from Donald Trump. And he goes, "Let's go find Swalwell. Let's do it. Then we'll see how brave the rest of them are. It's time to do it. It's either Nadler or Swalwell. They have to die before the election. They need to get the message. Let's go find Swalwell and get this over with. I'm not just putting up with this shit anymore." So he was talking about just taking them out, dude. Isn't that crazy? Roger Stone's intense.
Roger Stone. You remember there was some stuff about him being in a swingers?
Oh,
like,
yeah.
Some ad like, "Hey, bang my wife while I jerk off in the corner."
It was in that Netflix documentary about him. Yeah, dude. And like he called Nikki Haley a cunt a couple of months ago.
Yeah, well, I mean, broken clocks ride twice a day.
Yeah, she's the worst.
that chic is a freak. Am I right, everybody?
She's the worst. Roger Stone. Who do you call a cunt? Let me see. We can't say that on YouTube, can we? I mean, he called Hillary Clinton that many times. I can't remember who it was. Somebody's wife, maybe, actually. It might have been DeSantis' wife, actually.
Oh, jeez. Did DeSantis do the dumbest thing ever? Like, he should have chilled, dude. He should have chilled.
Yeah,
waited till Trump passed by, kept on his situation, kept going.
He would have been the guy.
Yeah.
He would have been. So this is crazy. This is everywhere today on the internet. But so in Ecuador, they have a real situation on their hands.
Dude, this is crazy.
It's unbelievable. They have a real situation on their hands with their cartel down there. The head of the drug cartel down there was broken out of prison, and the president declared a state of national emergency, and took emergency powers.
There's a lot going on with this, Johnny. So Ecuador, was it the or is it El Salvador that has like the really brutal prisons now? Which one is it? One of them went on Bitcoin and has gotten off.
Oh, that's El Salvador. That went on
Okay,
Bitcoin
so
now.
Ecuador is different. Go on. Sorry.
I don't think Ecuador is also.
Are we in
they might also be.
news, by the way? Is
Yeah,
this
we
the
are.
news?
Yeah.
Okay. Oh my God, I'm so tired.
Yeah, we went. It's our first show back though. Okay, Ecuador. No, it's. I don't think it is. No, yeah, it's just El Salvador. So the cartel broke in on a live news broadcast, and it's just like something out of a movie.
Look at this, dude.
Brandishing pistols and a shotgun and like a Tech 9 or something. I think I saw.
He's like, please,
Yeah,
man.
the host of the show is got his hands together, clearly pleading for no violence. I would assume.
Please.
These guys all have their faces
He's
covered.
got a gun to his neck. He's just like, please.
A shotgun with the guy with his finger on the trigger. There's no trigger discipline with the cartel
By
at all.
the way, is that guy got a mask on because of COVID or hiding his face?
Yeah, you can't tell, can you? It's like a neck gaiter. Every one of these guys has their finger on the trigger, I noticed. This guy's got a grenade.
Yeah, I mean...
They have grenades! Which, wait, what kind of grenade is that? They've
What
also
is that?
got...
That
it's
looks
a
like
grenade
a
with a
used
fuse.
tampon.
I think he's saying it's dynamite.
Oh.
But they're grenades with fuses. I don't know. It looks like they've repurposed grenade. They just put dynamite in the
I'm
news
sure
guy's
Nike
pocket.
loves this. Just do it.
Yeah.
Nike's got to be happy.
Yeah.
Oh, look, Adidas and Nike working together.
I'm not committing crimes right now. I am putting dynamite in this man's pocket, though.
Hey, man, you see this, dog? This is my wife's tampon.
Oh, I put this up your ass, bro, and light the fuse.
Hey, man, just... Now, dude.
This is terrible.
They did something at the prison. They killed, like, all the guards.
Oh, when they broke the leader out? Yeah. And apparently they've captured a couple. The last I heard, they had arrested a couple of these guys.
No, they bust in and get all these guys.
Oh, no, but the guys like that were more higher up, they've arrested a couple of those guys now, and they're kind of closing in on them, but I don't have a lot of faith in there because I saw their special forces, and most of them were like out of shape. You know when your special forces are kind of out of shape.
Yeah.
They're like, we got our elite unit on it. And I was like,
So it's very interesting because Trump was talking about going into Latin America and taking out these drug cartels, and but you're like, are you just invading Mexico?
Yeah, this can't do that. No, that's just policing the world by another name.
I agree.
Yeah, Ecuador. Let's see. Armaments. I'm just trying to see if there's any absolute latest update. All right, no, not from there. Okay, so if you missed it, 2 weeks ago maybe, Aaron Rodgers said that Jimmy Kimmel was going to be sweating when these Epstein court documents came out. And then Kimmel came out and threatened to sue him.
Yeah.
Said, boy, you say stuff like
So
that,
nuts.
you better bring the proof.
So nuts.
And then Aaron Rodgers, instead of doing clearly if he was informed by anybody with PR experience, he would not be doing is exactly what he did. He went on ESPN again, and then kind of doubled down on it, didn't he? I mean, it's really surprising.
Dude, listen, I know we talked about this on Cat Daddy's. Like I have this weird thing with Pat McAfee. I love what he's doing. I'm not the actual show doesn't do that much for me. But
it's a lot of bro stuff.
I'm a bro, but it's just not for me. So, I love what he's doing. I love that he created the brand. I love that he's putting on he
seems like a good dude.
And he's made do you think they gave him a call, said you have to wear sleeves? You have to wear sleeves?
Oh, this is ESPN.
Bro, you gotta wear sleeves.
Dude. You gotta wear sleeves.
But then the dude, man, comes out and just straight up calls out his bosses about trying to sabotage the show.
McAfee did. Yeah.
And that to me is the best. That's the best.
A lot of the names that I've been called, and they don't stick because I'm not anti-vax.
I can't. I don't know where the clip is, but he goes
By
on
the
there.
way, he says "fuck" right on the show, and they're like, "Ugh."
Oh no. He says, I'm not stupid enough to accuse you of that with absolutely zero concrete evidence, is what he says. Now that's because that brings this whole thing to another level.
Yeah.
That means that we could actually end up in court, and if Kimmel is not bluffing and he really is innocent of this, he will do. You have to now that you.
But the question becomes is he saying he was on the flight logs? Because there are so many connections with Jimmy Kimmel to Jeffrey Epstein.
Yeah, and for anything of them to be true, then he's right, and in court, he's fine. Because you can, in America, you can say a lot about people and get away with it. It's not like England, where, the threshold for slander. Anyway, this thing is, not being able to get the video to play, it's kind of ruined it. But this is something to follow, for sure, right? Don't you think?
Dude, I mean, like...
I'm fascinated to see what's going to happen.
I'm very fascinated as well. And I think, Jimmy, I don't know, man. I don't know. I think going back to that Cat Williams thing's like, can you get that big without playing some kind of ball?
Yeah. Speaking of the Cat Williams thing, this has resurfaced, this footage of Chris Tucker apparently addressing knowing Epstein or something.
You knew Jeffrey Epstein, didn't you?
Yeah, I did. We flew Bill Clinton and a lot of different. That was a humanitarian trip to Africa.
That's so funny.
And I met him on that trip because it was his plane. I didn't know who plane
either.
Yeah, right.
That from the beginning. It's like funny because like Bill Clinton's like, oh fuck, he's bad too. A lot of celebrities be doing crazy ass shit.
I always liked Chris Tucker too. I thought he's funny.
Yeah, I did.
Also, he's thinking, this old motherfucker asking me about Jeffrey Epstein.
Yeah,
What is his problem?
I mean, like, dude, there's a flight he's on with Epstein, Kevin Spacey. Like, dude, you're with the Legion of Doom.
That's weird, dude. That's weird.
It's weird. And like, maybe, just maybe he was brought along. Maybe. I don't know.
It's possible. It's certainly possible. I hate to tar an innocent man with that brush.
How about this other guy?
Bill Clinton.
Yeah, he's got a face on
and
it.
a lot of different. That was a humanitarian trip to Africa.
Right.
I met him on that trip because it was his plane. I didn't know who plane we was getting on, but it was a whole bunch of dignitary people who was with a delegation. And I met him, and you don't know people what they do in their private lives. So yeah.
Tell me this, Chris.
What is this
was
show?
On this private plane, and you could tell that it was a private plane because they called it Lolita Express.
Oh yeah, it was a private plane. Yes. Oh yes.
But wait a minute.
He's freaking out.
You didn't ever go to that island, did you?
No. I don't know where that thing at.
He's so pissed, dude. He's so pissed. Look at him.
No.
Even the guy down there going, dude, stop it.
What is
that?
This
is
show?
like a camel toe Harris type thing. Like,
oh yeah, 100%.
Just laugh until they move on.
Yeah, Hillary does that thing too.
Yeah.
Kill that guy.
Now, it is possible that he was just popular at the time they brought him along. They're like, hey, dude, we're going to see a bunch of black people. Let's bring a popular black person.
And maybe they try him, too.
And I don't know how big Friday and Rush Hour was in Africa, but he showed up.
Yeah. And this show, let's see. This is from Dom Luker. I saw him. He's the one who retweeted. Another guy on the list of the evil, the new modern gatekeepers. I saw you retweeted that. He's another guy on the list of.
Who?
Remember the gatekeepers list that got you retweeted the other day? That woman created.
Oh yeah, the Amazing Polly is great. She does a lot of research, but like this notion that because you're successful means you got your controlled opposition, and that's everyone. And listen, let's just say they were elevating people, but what is the information they're putting out? Is it good information?
Yeah, that's how you judge people.
So they had this couple on Redacted. They do great work, and like Joe Rogan's the best. I love Joe Rogan. Joe Rogan's explosion, like. How do you, like, you want to talk about controlled opposition? In Pod We Trust. That's controlled opposition.
Yes.
I think you broke it down on the show many years ago about how, like, they faked the numbers on that show.
Yeah.
So obviously they were like, they were making numbers so big, like 120 million people.
Like Bishop Larry Gator's numbers.
What?
I mean,
like,
it's
what
crazy.
are you talking about?
Yeah.
Like, that's controlled opposition. Joe Rogan, you can't make people come and watch you.
No.
You can't make people tune into your show.
No.
You're not force feeding them shit.
No, he couldn't. Everybody that goes on there pops. You know, I mean, they have a
He's
big.
just super interesting. He's great. Joe Rogan's got a black belt in so many things. One of them is talking.
I think a lot of women don't get him. I think he appeals to men more than women.
Well, because he doesn't appeal to women. Do you know what I'm
that's
saying?
that's what I said.
He's not like trying to serve them up
Yeah.
and tell them what they want to hear. He tells them what they need to hear, and they fucking hate that.
I mean, a lot of women do like that, like good, solid, women
there
that
are,
grounded.
but dude, like,
but
look
most-
at what. It's like, I'm sorry, ladies, I love you. Show me the female entertainment which everyone looks at and goes, that is quality entertainment.
Yeah, that's why Bridesmaids was such a phenomenon, because it was actually kind of a funny female movie, you
Right.
know, and it's so rare.
Name me the
That's
show
it,
where
yeah.
you're like, this is realistic. The people on it, maybe Sex in the City, maybe, but
Girls.
That wasn't. Girls was garbage. A bunch of rich kids.
It was funny though. It was realistic though. It was realistic. All those people on that show were horrible. They were all horrible, and people like me watched it because we're like, "Oh, okay, we're in on
You
the
thought
show."
you can pull bitches off.
But
it.
women watched that show, dude, because they were like, "Oh, these girls are like us."
Yeah,
but they were just all horrible people.
But they turned out to be horrible people.
They were on the show though. That's the thing about the show.
But in real life, she was
she's
like
terrible.
Leah Dunham is
She's garbage,
walrus of a human being.
She's garbage.
Right? Okay. So then I love women. I don't hate you. I'm sorry. I love you.
We have to say that too much. don't we?
No, we have to, because if you criticize them, like I'm criticizing guys on the show, but I feel like when I talk about women, they get so angry. Like the thing about Joe Coy right now, like somebody sent me this. I'll send you this, Johnny, real quick.
We should talk about Joe Coy. He hosted the Golden Globes. It did not go well. You have mentioned Joe Coy in the past on this show without saying his name.
Now I'm going to say his name. He's the guy that stole all of Edwin San Juan's, took his whole album back in like the late 90s, early 2000s. Took the whole album. Edwin San Juan went there after, like 2 weeks later. They're like, dude, we heard all your jokes already by Joe Coy. Dude, people would go on the road and the staff would be like, hey, dude, Joe Coy just did that bit. And Joe Coy would get them fired.
Really? Oh, what a
so I say this about, hold on one second. I'm trying to find this for you real quick.
Okay.
But so I say this going that you just know that I think Joe Coy's comedy is for retarded people. It's comedy for the retarded. Remember when Queens of the Stone Age was like music for the deaf?
Yeah.
Well, Joe Coy's comedy for the retarded. But that's comedy. Like, comedy needs to be so simple. Like, he doesn't do punchlines. Joe Coy does like suggestions, right? That's his whole thing. It's like, right?
Yeah.
Women do
those are the
this,
worst.
right?
Yeah, those are the worst.
And that's it.
Yeah.
So-
it's like in Funny People what they pretend Aziz Ansari does, his character on that.
Yeah, that's
It's
Joe
totally
Coy.
that, yeah.
That's how, and maybe that is, but here, I just want to send you this real quick. Hold on. Damn it. Oh, I want to send you this real quick. You're gonna love
You keep
it.
saying real quick, but I feel like
just
it's not
because I
real
just
quick.
found it. And like, in some stories, there's no good people. But the amount of crap that Joe Coy's getting, and this is from someone who isn't a fan of his at all, is just ridiculous. Because that's a suicide mission.
Oh yeah, for sure. Yeah, it is. There's
But
no way.
again, this gets down to like this is like the most like.
By the way, I'm pulling this up that you sent me.
This article is like hilarious and stupid.
This movie is gonna be terrible. Okay, so this is from People magazine, that bastion of journalism. Mean Girls star Renee Rapp calls out Golden Globes 2024 host. Look at the ads on this webpage, Sam.
It's so
Where
stupid.
did the headline it was consumed by ads.
Close that one. Close.
What is...
How do you close the ads? Go up.
I don't know, man. It's like playing whack-a-mole to try to even read this story, dude.
Well, this lets you know how dead all this shit is.
Oh,
I saw it.
They're so desperate for
Come over there.
ad money, aren't they?
Go over.
Hold on, let me just try to hit it. Let me refresh it, just see if it won't pop up that way. Okay. Mean Girl star Renee Rapp calls out Golden Globes 2024 host Joe Coy for making a bunch of jokes about women.
Yeah, I mean, like, listen to that criticism. Like, what are you talking about? Like, it's like there's no good people in that story right there.
Yeah.
Everyone's a bad guy.
Everyone's a bad guy. I'm gonna take it. So have you seen? They're redoing Mean Girls. That's what she's in, and it looks ridiculous, dude. I mean, Mean Girls was kind of a forward-thinking, modern movie at the time. This new Mean Girls trailer looks like hot garbage, bro. And it's the same story. It's just like they made it like super gay instead of just a gay guy. It's like super gay. I just want to show you. Like, I mean, it's a straight ripoff of that movie, but
the new Being?
Yeah, incredibly.
May I have everyone's attention, please? We have a new student.
Tim Meadows back, huh?
Are you trying?
Yeah, he's a good guy. I mean, like a good actor, I think, and a funny
Dude,
man.
he was great in the ladies. He was great. I love that.
Yeah.
I'm not trying to. It's just happening.
Dear God, woman.
Tina Fey needed another break, right? I mean,
Get in, loser.
Regina George is a scum-sucking life ruiner.
Why is he by our table?
I can hear you, by the way. Can you hear me now?
it's basically like they did Mean Girls, but with people with
diversity,
diversity and bigger bodies. Like, oh, we don't need to have all the Mean Girls be hot.
What is going on?
Don't worry about it. Dance break.
It just looks terrible.
It's just, again, it's for stupid people.
Why is it so tight? I mean, you've had it since the 6th grade. You're probably maturing.
It's funny how the mean girl opened all the doors. I've been told
Do you see what they did? They kind of made the
fat,
the hot girl,
like chunky.
Yeah. That's what they did. I mean,
it's just like, let's ruin everything.
Yeah, because that happens in high school. The hottest girl in the school is
chunky.
Yeah, that happens.
Yeah, it's just chunky.
The most shallow
Imagine
people on the planet.
A
high
chunky
schoolers.
bitch being a bitch too. Like, you can't be both.
Yeah, you can't.
You're either chunky or you're a bitch. One or the other.
This just the last couple of things. Did you see this, dude? I looked this up. This is real. In 1973, Amar Bahradi lifted his right hand in the air. He's like one of these ascetic kind of monk type guys. And he has held it up for the last 50 years.
I'm going to be honest with you. I could care less about the story.
Isn't that weird, though?
No, it's dumb.
Look at his hand, though. That's what holding your arm up in the air for 50 years does to your body.
I just have zero desire. I like it.
He's got a super light arm. That's what he has.
Like, to me, dude, it's like the Guinness Book of Records is like basically a bunch of stuff no one else wants to do. Like, so
we talked about
dominate.
that. You and your giant weed. Yeah, I remember that in your yard.
So this guy, like, I've held my hand up this for 50 years. Nobody cares. Like, literally nobody cares. It means nothing to anybody.
That's just life's work, Sam.
Yeah, I like, that's what you did. Did you get chicks for doing that?
Wonder what hand he uses to jerk off.
I mean, like,
I
dude,
think we know, right?
Like, eventually you got to put it down, right? I mean,
not this guy. I bet he does it when he gets home.
Yeah, when he gets home, he's like, oh,
I don't know. It's pretty fucked up, dude. Although he's skinny either way.
Yeah, well, he's super skinny. He's probably a yoga guy. He's just like, I don't know why I care.
Speaking of ruining pop culture properties, like we saw with Mean Girls there, Tomb Raider will have smaller boobs. Amazon Prime Video is currently developing a new series. They acquired
with that
rights.
chick?
No, it's not with that chick. It is learned Lara Croft will have smaller boobs. The new Tomb Raider TV series currently in development at Amazon Prime with Phoebe Waller-Bridge attached also has the writer involved who is behind the MCU's The Marvels, which was the biggest failure in the history of Marvel.
This is what Cat Williams talks about when he talks about plants. If you fail miserably, you should, like, back in the day, it was called director's jail. Like, if you directed a bomb, you couldn't work for 2 years, and they would make you work your way back. Now it's just like, oh, dude, you bombed. Great job. Here's another thing to destroy.
Well, it's not guys, not men, but women.
And it's just, this is the problem, man. Even if all the CEOs woke up one day and said, we're not doing it, you would literally have to just cut out the entire organization. it's just rotten.
Which I
with
hope is what they're
DEI.
trying to do at Disney now.
They're
I hope.
not what?
I hope.
They just got the Pakistani feminist.
Well, she's doing a Star Wars movie. That's a whole different.
So hold on.
But
If
that's
you
them
had a
doing
bunch
one
of
for one.
if you had on a wall, Johnny, a million different categories of people, like how many different fucking how many different descriptions would it take before you got to Pakistani feminist as the person you want to direct a Star Wars movie? Like, I would take her over on Mean Girls for sure.
Yeah.
A Star Wars movie?
No, and her quote, I mean, that pissed everybody off was that it's about time women had say in Star Wars. Kathleen Kennedy has been running Star Wars into the ground for a decade.
Yeah, it's just the same. It's like when a black comic goes on stage, like, it's time for the black portion of the show. We've already seen black comics. They're everywhere. What are you talking about? I gotta go.
Yeah,
I really do.
But dude, okay, so you blew me up there. So yeah, and then I think they gave that woman the Star Wars movie though, so that they could let Favreau have this movie, which they announced today. They're gonna have the Mandalorian movie with Grogu. They're letting Jon
see,
Favreau
they should have gotten
direct it.
Jon Favreau.
Well, no, he is directing one though.
Even
he's
though
doing the Mandalorian movie.
Even though he's part of those idiots that tweeted about Joe Biden's speech. Wow, powerful, coherent. Like it was so odd. Like Keith Olbermann did it too, and it was like Joy Behar. It's like, Jon Favreau, you are loved. Okay, don't join the Legion of Doom. Okay, when you're doing the same thing as Joy Behar, you're in bad company.
You got to pay your dues though if you want to keep working in Hollywood.
Everyone can suck
These are the quotes though about that Tomb Raider thing. She goes, these projects exemplify the non-traditional approach she likes to bring to the boilerplate formats, be they sitcoms or superhero tentpoles. I love to do something unusual with form. I aim to surprise, and I try to write things that I want to watch. Most of my stories start with whatever funk or crisis I'm living in. Then I figure out how to explore that through speculative fiction. Which, I mean, that just sounds like great entertainment. Phoebe Waller-Bridge is also on board as a writer who recently talked about how they are changing the character from a sex symbol to one that has smaller boobs.
This is why we can't have nice things. It goes back to that Lego study that they did on boys and girls. And when girls play with Legos, they make the character themselves.
Here's her excuse. She's a Tomb Raider, so she's incredibly fit. She has to squeeze through tiny rock crevices all the time.
Do you think we're stupid? Like, do you think we're stupid?
When you have large boobs, you can't fit through those tiny rock crevices, Sam. So that's why we got to put tiny boobs on Tomb Raider.
It's so dumb. It's so dumb. Everybody's stupid. I'll fight everybody.
Let me just make sure I don't have anything that absolutely has to come before your eyes.
I gotta go.
There's some crazy shit with Bitcoin today. The SEC's Twitter account got hacked.
So dumb.
And said that they had approved the Bitcoin spot ETF. So Bitcoin shoots up. Then the SEC chairman comes out and says, actually, the account got hacked and Bitcoin collapses. So somebody made a lot of money.
Collapses even more. Collapse more.
The footage
Get down to like 5,000.
It ain't gonna do that. The footage of the Jellyfish UFO has been released here. Did you see this from Jeremy Corbell as part of this new series? This is a new alien footage. It looks just like the probe droid from Star Wars, dude. Look at that, doesn't it? Have you not seen this?
No.
This is crazy footage. It's bizarre. This is over a military base. Why does he keep moving it around? I mean, look at that. Yeah, they call it the Jellyfish. And it's just kind of zooming around over this military base, dude. Doesn't it look like that probe droid thing from Star Wars?
Yeah. Okay, we're all dead. We're all dead.
It's not encouraging that the welcome wagon for the aliens looks like this. The probe droid, the Imperial
I don't buy
probe
into
droid.
any of it. All right, guys, I gotta go.
Wait, what do you think? You think that's fake?
I think that's
Project
either
Bluebeam prepping us?
It's either I think it's the government. That's a government drone thing, and they're just like, oh my God, it's on us.
So they did it. The Wall Street Journal did a big story about Elon Musk being on drugs. Elon Musk hits back by saying, actually, since I took that puff on Rogan, NASA, as part of their contract, has made me get random drug screenings, which I've never failed in the meantime since then. What do you think about that? Do you
Who
believe
said that?
Elon Musk, Wall Street Journal did a big story saying that employees at Tesla and SpaceX are worried about his drug use. And then he says, ever since I went on Rogan, NASA came to me and said, we need you to do drug tests now.
John.
Do you believe he does drug tests, though, Elon Musk, for NASA?
Oh, my God. I got to go, Johnny.
All right, and then you sent me this.
I'm going. Bye.
What about this guy? What about this guy who killed his mother's killer?
And I'm Doug Petcash. We'll begin with a story that's been.
Oh yeah, dude, I love this story. This guy should not be going to jail. And also, the chick who killed her mom because she was making her seem like she was sick all the time, she doesn't deserve in jail. And the guy who killed her doesn't. I mean, unless he said he wanted to have sex with her dead body, then that's weird. All right, guys. Thank you, guys. Broken Sim.
What's
share
the word?
love.
Wait, we need a word.
Round the bang, sling ling ding.
Ron the bang, sling ling ding. You heard it. Ron the bang, sling ling ding.
Happened
All right,
in
I'm just gonna
Nampa
let this
and
video
Avamore. Now, one man is in jail and two people are dead.
Yeah, a lot of new information coming in at the last minute here. News Channel 7's Jude Binkley joins us now with what we know so far. Jude.
Well, sure, just about an hour ago, we got a press release from Nampa PD about a woman who was stabbed to death last night at the 2100 block of West Grouse Street in Nampa. And this is a live look at that area. Police say the suspect in that stabbing is 39-year-old Jesus Ureta III of Nampa. Police say Ureta knew the woman and they were looking for him overnight. The Ada County Sheriff's Office says a call came in just before 7 o'clock this morning. Deputies were directed to the mobile gas station parking lot near the entrance to the Avamore community, where they found a man dead inside a car. They found the victim slumped over with a stab wound inside of a running parked car. Paramedics performed first aid and took the man to a local hospital where he was pronounced dead. That man was Ureta, and the suspect in last night's Nampa murder, I should say. Investigators taped off the gas station, and on the other side of crime scene tape, there was this dark blue Buick Regal with front fender and tire damage. Deputies set up a tent beside the car. Deputies arrested 31-year-old Raul Alexander Cuevas after they found him in a car at this Chevron gas station about 5 miles down Highway 55 off of Beacon Light Road. They took him into custody after talking to him. Similar scenes at the two gas stations. The crime scene tape at the Chevron gas station blocked off parts of it and surrounded a silver Kia. Now, Cuevas is being held in the Ada County Jail on a first-degree murder charge. Now, the woman who was killed in Nampa was 52-year-old Michelle Luna, who is Cuevas's mother. The case is still under investigation.
All right.
Thank you, Jude. And both Cuevas and the man who died are from the Nampa area. Investigators are still trying to figure out some of what was going on there that took them 25 miles away from Nampa. Again, the case is still under investigation today.
Wild story there. Sam's left us, folks. So I'm going to go home. This is it. Oh, shit. What is this going on? Autoplay. Now the video works. Yeah, we're going to get out of here. You guys heard shingling ding ping or whatever, something Ron DeSantis or something. That's the word. Goodbye, everybody, and enjoyed spending time with you. Bye-bye. See you later. I'm just going to stop recording now. Bye. Bye-bye. Bye now. Bye-bye. Happy New Year. I'm lonely.
Pick up your guitar, sing me a song. This was Groover's paradise. Now the Groover is gone. Was a cool little city